Hey guys, Stealthy here. I tested out the double crossbow build again for a few games and honestly had a really good time. I learned that with superior dexterity, you can actually shoot your second crossbow before someone gets over being slowed from the first, which as long as you hit the first shot, feels really nice. Drums do damage. The only problem is that I'm using the drums and the loot to clear around the map, so this is definitely still a for fun PvP build. Having a rapier or a falchion with a buckler is definitely better in regard to PvE, but I just wanted to have some more fun before the wave happens, and getting kills with drums and maybe a loot seemed like the best way to do that. And just as a slight warning, I have very awful aim, if you can tell from this clip. I put this here on purpose just to give the forewarning that I suck with ranged weapons. That's all. Hope y'all enjoy. So in this clip, there was a fighter hiding in the corner, so I just threw a couple drums and then shot him with my crossbow, and luckily we were able to survive and get the kill. And honestly, I don't know how some of the names in this game are allowed, but okay. In this clip, I got ambushed by a rogue. And this definitely shows more drums, more better, because I could not get back into melee with this guy after the initial opening. So I just had to keep trying to kite, and I was missing everything. But I found multiple drums in this run, so I just had 3 more sitting in my inventory. More drums, more better. And in the same game where we just killed the rogue, I found a cleric and I started to chase after him. He didn't want to fight at all, and he just kept running away. So we got 1 hit on him there, but he's a cleric, so he's probably just going to heal that up. I'm just going to keep pushing. Right there is where I realized the crossbow tech, and then I threw a couple more drums, decided to back up as I saw smite, and then he shuts the door and opens a portal. I thought I could get 1 more drum off and that probably would have killed him, but it was just a tiny bit too slow. And here I have a fighter pushing me. I think earlier in this game I threw a drum at a skeleton and it went into a very dark area, and I just legitimately couldn't find it again. I was running around looking for torches and I couldn't find them. So I only have 2 drums here, and so that's not necessarily the best for me. I think I miss a bunch of them too, so yeah. So I hit him with my crossbow, waste my last drum, and then my only other option at this point is to either run away so I can get my crossbow or run in with my loot. And I decided, hey, maybe this will be the time I get a loot kill, but it wasn't. And for this last game, I'm just going to play through the entire game so you can see how the loot works against PvE and how well the drums do. They're honestly not bad at all. I just dislike not having a shield as well. And I do fight a fighter and a barbarian in this game, so if you just want to skip to that, I'll have the timestamps down in the description as well. So starting here, since I don't have a buckler, I'm thinking that I'm going to skip the Skelly Champ, but I'm still going to run down here and get the Royal Coffin and the Lion's Head real quick. Oh yeah, and I didn't want what happened last time to happen again, where I accidentally throw a drum and lose one, so I brought 5. More drums, more better. I also decided that since this is where I lost a drum before, I would pick up the torches just in case. And I'm failing every single jump. Please ignore all of that. I don't even know, dude. And as I said earlier, we're skipping the Skelly Champ, so I'm just going to start running in toward the center of the zone through this way instead. Lizard skin, crossbow, doublet, fighter. Is this the same one? I hope this is the same one. The only problem is that I just literally can't see him where he is, and I'm in a lit up area. But I have torches. I don't usually have torches on Bard. This is exciting. I'm bad, but I have another one. You don't. So I was just waiting here for him to peek out for a second, and he didn't, so I decided to reload my crossbow, drink a health pot, and then I was going to push up. He's deciding to all in at this point, so my first response should be my crossbows. If I could land the double crossbow, that'll be perfect, and then I can start throwing jumps. But once again, I miss all of my jumps because I'm bad, so now I have 2 more. Cool. And this is really bad, so I actually pressure him and he starts throwing Franciscas and gives me room to run by, so I just run through and grab some of my drums back, and then I finish him with those. If I just hit my drums, this fight would have been so much easier, but you know. And now say hello to this ranger that wants to kill me, and I'm only half health, so I just need to leave. I need to heal. I can't be here. I can't do this. I don't think either of my crossbows are reloaded yet either. In full honesty, the absolute worst part of this build is inventory management. Okay, so now we locked that ranger in there with all the mobs. I'm going to use the staircase to heal. And now, that was the same fighter that just killed us. We got our revenge. We're happy boys. Also, I did not know that that wizard could shoot me from through the ground there. That was scary. Now we have a pretty long trek. We have to get to zone, and we're basically on the edge of it right now. I have no idea where that ranger is, but I'm just gonna start running. So another small problem with this build, I've already said the PvE isn't the best and having a rapier falchion would be better. I could clear all of these with my loot. It's just a lot harder to do. So I'm trying to just get out, but it's really just an awkward situation. So at this point, I'm basically just knowing that I'm going to have to clear some of the PvE. A decent amount of it should have reset at this point. So I might not have to clear all of it, but I'm still just going to have to clear some. So at this point, I'm realizing that a barbarian killed someone, and the person that they killed is named Hunt Shred, so I'm assuming that's the ranger. So the only person that I'm thinking left in this game is a barbarian. And I'm in a pretty awful spot because I'm pretty sure I just saw the barbarian above me, and I don't know where this leads to. I think I try it later, but for now I just back up. And the barbarian's here now, so I'm just gonna lament Shriek him real quick. He crouches like he wants to be friendly, but I don't trust barbarians. I'll basically be two-shot by him. So instead, I go to shoot a crossbow and I miss, and then I have to take him out with drums instead. That was also really bad. I was trying to get through the door to drink a health pot and maybe get a bandage off real quick, but I shut myself in with him instead. But it was completely fine because 3 drums later, I didn't miss and we got the kill. The problem now is that the zone is closing and we have PvE on us again. So I'm going to check the barbarian for a few things, mostly heals, and if he has some other stuff, cool. But he had absolutely no heals on him. And here's where I do something pretty dumb. I check to see where this goes, and it literally just loops around and goes back away from the zone. So then I have to come up and run to a different door, and we eventually find an escape portal, very luckily, before we have to go fully into the zone. And there's only a few minutes left in this game, so I'm just going to do my outro now. I still think that this is a less optimal build in general for Bard, but it's definitely a lot of fun and it can be really good for PvP, especially if you have good aim. Like if you come to Dark and Darker from other FPS games, you might be thinking Ranger is your best bet, but honestly, I think it's Drum Bard. All in all, it's a lot of fun and it's really effective in PvP, but it struggles more when you're trying to clear other mobs, especially in High Roller Inferno, or if you're trying to cheese something because the loot really doesn't have that much range. All right, and if you enjoyed this content, please just give me a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting more every Monday through Friday, and I'm hopefully going to get something wipe related tomorrow, assuming that I can play the game after the wipe happens. And one very last thing, if you're wanting to join a community of other players who like Dark and Darker and other games like it, feel free to click the link down in my description. Come by and say hey. All right, I hope all of y'all have a very great day, and I will see you next time. Peace.